Hey guys, welcome to Alice and Anna. My name is Anna, and today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 TV series of all time. I've realized that I talk a lot about film in this channel, but I never really talk about TV. Somehow TV is a lot more accessible for everybody than going to the cinema. So I figured I would make a video about my favorite TV shows because A, I'm obsessed with TV, and B, like, you guys can also stream it so easily. So it's just way easier for you to like also connect with what I'm saying in a way. Anyways, if you don't know, I am a film and TV student. That does not mean I am super smart in all of these things and I'm always right. That is not at all what it means. But I can for sure let you know that these are very good series and that you will probably enjoy them. That is it. I think the only things that I've done for TV are like reactions, which we have like a playlist that's gonna be above here, and then I also just did my Emmy predictions. Go ahead there and you can see who I think is gonna win. This list is in no particular order because I am unable to make decisions. Basically, I am someone who is terrified of choosing where to eat. So making a list of my favorite TV shows was stressful enough, and deciding like priorities between them was not an option at all. I excluded reality TV and docuseries, so I'm gonna keep it on the fiction side. If you want to see a video from my favorite docuseries or reality TV shows, comment down below and I can also make a video of that. So I divide my watching into serious TV watching and like feel good TV watching, but like I am so obsessed with TV that I even have like an app where I keep track of all the TV shows that I watch, and it alerts me every time there's a new episode out, and I take them off because there's like a watch list and everything. So I'm a little bit obsessed. So it was really hard to narrow these down, but I've done it. I'm gonna start with my serious watching. So my first TV show, and this one is something that I'm always mentioning to everybody because I've not only read the book, but the series is and it's from my favorite director, David Fincher. The series is called Mindhunter. So it's two detectives in this, I think it's the 70s or the 60s, I think it's the 70s, and how they create the behavioral science unit in the FBI. It is about real serial killers and they interview them, and they also at the same time like help solve cases and stuff, and it is so good. I'm obsessed with psychology and I'm obsessed with crimes, and it goes into psychology but in like a story way. So it's not in a docu-series way that I'm still obsessed with and I still watch them all the time, but it's more of like story format, so it's even more entertaining. The acting is also incredible, and the cinematography, the direction, everything in this series is perfect. I love it so much. The next TV series I'm obsessed with, I probably have mentioned this in the channel or in the Instagram, you can follow us down here, a lot of times. I'm obsessed with Stranger Things. The best way I can describe it is basically a group of kids in the 80s go on crazy adventures together, and there's one of them who has powers. I personally love the 80s era. I feel like the decade itself in films is all about like a group of young kids like going on an adventure and just being great friends, and I love that so much and I was obsessed with it. And now there's a TV series that is basically kind of like that, but better. Again, great cinematography, and you just get attached to these characters like nothing else. I don't know. Whoa, you have to watch it. Another TV series that I'm obsessed with, I don't think a lot of people actually know this. I actually bonded with Sergio a lot over this. If you like the movie Psycho by Alfred Hitchcock, there is a TV series called Bates Motel, and Psycho is set in the Bates Motel, and this is kind of like the before of the movie, but in modern times. Oh, it is so good. The entire story built around this movie is so original. It's so well done. I love the writing in this. Not a lot of people know it. I don't know why. It is such a worthy TV series to watch. And if you can watch Psycho after it, even better. The next TV series is super recent. It's called When They See Us by Ava DuVernay, and oh my god, it is actually based on a real story, and it is So good. It's about 5 guys. Oh, well, they actually call them the 5 from Central Park. It's about 5 guys who, well, teenagers really, who get wrongly accused and spend most of their lives in prison, basically because of racial bias and institutional racism. So like, it's just a story that's really relevant right now. So good, so well done. It almost feels, oops, gonna silence that. It almost feels like it's film, like it's a movie, and I really like that because Ava DuVernay is really good at that. The next TV series is also based on a real story. It's called O.J. Simpson versus the People. I think it's like a true American crime story, or like an American crime story, something like that. Again, I love crime, I love trials, I love psychology, and this one is not only like a super famous case that made like the Kardashians famous and all of that, but also like, it's crazy, but it's really well acted. Everything is so detailed down to the point where like, if you look back to some like court tapes or whatever, everything kind of looks the same. It's great. Again, the cinematography is great. Funny enough, I think cinematography is so important to me that I have mentioned it in all of these. It just gives you more of like serious feeling and more of like a movie feel, so I think that's why I care so much about it and why I'm mentioning it so much. I think this is probably the TV series that really got me into like serious TV, because I used to watch, you know, like kids TV and all of that, and my brother convinced me to start watching Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman? Whatever, that guy. The story is so good from the beginning, and who doesn't know Sherlock? But I really like this version. There's so many versions from Sherlock, from like TV to movies, and this one is my favorite. It's my favorite one, and it's still not over. I think they're still filming, and I can't wait. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into my feel-good category. My first feel-good TV show is Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Oh my god, I love that TV show so much. It's one of those TV shows that I get excited when it's the day of a new episode, and I just like stay up late just to watch it. It is so funny consistently. It has nice messages all around. The character development is great. Every single character is so funny, like you love them all, or at least I do. And it has a storyline, but you can also kind of watch it without being too strict on the storyline, and you don't get lost that easily. So it's also nice. Like I sometimes like put Netflix on and just watch a random episode. The next one is pretty similar. It is The Office. The Office is another feel-good TV show that I actually hadn't seen. It was super famous, everybody had seen it, but it wasn't on Netflix here in Mexico, and I hadn't really seen it at all. And then I moved to the UK and they had it there, and I binged. Oh my god, I binged that TV show completely, and I became obsessed. And it's one of those things that I'm always quoting with my brother, along with Parks and Rec, which is actually my next feel-good TV series. Again, something that sometimes I'll just play a random episode just because I want, like, it just gives me the laughs, you know? It just makes me really happy. Also, the next TV series is Parks and Rec, and it also is incredibly funny. They're both like so stupid, it's funny. And I think the writing is so smart. I don't know why. Like it can be super stupid, but it just makes sense to me somehow. And it's just the funnest thing ever. I love both of those shows so much. The characters, again, each one has its quirks and they're so funny. And there's so many quotes that I probably take out from there to my everyday life. So if you know me, half of the time I'm probably quoting one of those two shows. So the next TV show I'm actually currently rewatching, it's called New Girl. I love it. There's something about 30-year-olds just screwing up and living with friends and just being like great friends that make me really, like, it just makes me really happy. And this one is like a classic of that because it's like 4 roommates and all of that, and they keep screwing up, but the character development is great. The storyline is great. The writing is so funny and so creative. I find it very creative. And I'm currently rewatching it, and I actually watched season 1 in one day, and it's 22 episodes. But each episode is 20 minutes long, so it's not that crazy. And what a series. Oh, so good. So those are my top 10, but I figured I would do some honorable mentions. It's just 3, It's one feel-good series, and it is an animation series, and it's called Gravity Falls. Now, this series got cancelled, and I don't know why, because it is pure gold. It is the funniest cartoon I've ever seen. So worth watching. I think it's like maybe 3 seasons max because it got cancelled, or I think they stopped. I don't know what happened there, but it couldn't have gotten cancelled because like it is so good. So that's my first honorable mention. The other 2 are actually a serious TV series. The first one is called Unbelievable. This is based on true story, and it is so good. Such an important story to tell. The acting is great. I think 3 actresses from that TV series are actually nominated in the Emmys, and they were really good. You need to watch this. Doesn't matter who you are. I think you're probably gonna like it. And the last honorable mention is called Godless, also limited series, and it's basically a town in the Wild West where all the men die in a mine shaft accident or whatever. So it becomes a town full of women, and they have to like defend the town from some like evil gangsters from the Wild West. So good. Has a little bit of action, a little bit of like romance here and there. Oh, so good. Again, cinematography in all of these, 10 out of 10. Would recommend. And that is it. If you like this video, please leave a like, leave a comment if you would like another video of these, or if you have anything to say. And we upload every Monday and Thursday, so make sure to check out those videos, and we will see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!